If you've got a bolt or a screw that you can't remove because the head's been snapped off or it's been rounded or even the head's been stripped, or in my case, if it's a tamper-proof bolt, I'm going to show you 2 methods that I use all the time to get these things out, and they work like a charm. I want to vapor blast this top triple clamp, but the first thing I need to do is remove the electrics, which is the ignition barrel. But the problem is it's got 2 tamper-proof bolts, which I want to remove, and I'm going to show you exactly how to do it. I'm going to use a screw extractor to get these out. These things have paid for themselves time and time again. They're not very expensive, and they're also known as easy out, so I'll leave a link in the description to the exact kit that I have. You just have to get the right size, and usually written on the shaft is the corresponding size drill that you need to use for it. First things first, make sure you have a coffee on hand. Before you start, just make sure it's secure. I like to use a bench vise with some soft jaws. If you don't have soft jaws like I do, you can just simply use some timber or even aluminium. To grip onto it, you could use your tap and die tool, but also use a set of vice grips like this, or in my case, I'm going to use this reversible ratchet tap tool. I recently purchased this and man, is it awesome. I bought 2 different sizes. I'll leave a link to these 2 as well. If it is really tight, you can always add a tiny bit of heat into it. Or some penetrating oil like WD-40 would be perfect as well. As you're turning the extractor anti-clockwise, it's burrowing its way down inside that hole, getting tighter and tighter, and so therefore, if all goes well, it should crack that bolt loose. Just like that, one side's out. Just like that. If you're looking for the most bulletproof way to mount your mobile phone to your bike, whether you're using maps or you just want a fully charged phone by the time you get to your destination, Quad Lock is what I use and I highly recommend them. I'll leave a website link in the description below along with a 10% discount. Go and check out what they've got. Another method is using a Dremel or something similar, and depending on where the bolt is or what type of head it has, this may be a little bit more difficult to do. But it is still possible and it's something that I've done in the past. Pretty much just cut right across the head of the bolt, allowing a groove for a flathead screwdriver to get in there. So if you don't have a Dremel, you can also use a grinder with a 1mm blade, or even a hacksaw would do the same thing. Let's get this guy in the vapor blasting cabinet and see what it turns out like. And that's it, after I blow dried it straight out of the vapor blaster. Pretty awesome. I'm just going to replace them with standard Allen stainless bolts with some thread lock. Hopefully that was helpful. Don't forget to check out the build videos I've done on this bike, which is the Honda CB750. I'll leave that here. I'll leave my Honda CX500 Scrambler build on a budget there, and I'll leave Crystal's CB400 just here.